Ever wondered what would happen if you fell into a black hole? It's one of the most mind-bending scenarios in all of science. But what if you added a twist? What if you had a flashlight with you? Would it help you see your way through the abyss, or would it just make things worse? Let's break down what would happen if you fell into a black hole, with nothing but a flashlight in hand. First, let's talk about what a black hole even is. It's essentially a giant cosmic vacuum cleaner. It's a region in space where gravity is so powerful that nothing can escape, not even light. That's why black holes are black. Now, you've somehow ended up falling toward one. You're plunging through space at unimaginable speeds, and, for reasons known only to you, you're holding a flashlight. Maybe you just wanted to shed some light on this dark situation. Who knows? So, what would happen? Well, this is where things get strange, and a little fun. Let's break this down in stages. First, you're getting closer to the black hole. The event horizon is the point of no return. Once you cross it, you can't get out, no matter how hard you try. Now, as you're falling toward it, you notice something weird. You turn on your flashlight and, nothing. Okay, you try again. Still nothing. But wait. It's not that the flashlight's broken, it's just that the light is getting stretched out. Here's the thing, as you fall into the black hole, the gravity is so intense that it starts distorting everything around you. This includes light. The further you go, the more the light from your flashlight gets stretched out, like a rubber band getting pulled. This is called gravitational redshift. So, instead of a bright beam, your flashlight is sending out light that shifts to lower and lower frequencies. Eventually, it turns into infrared, and then radio waves. You can't see any of that with your human eyes, though. All you're left with is darkness. Now you've crossed the event horizon. You're inside the black hole. And here's where the ride gets wild. At this point, there's nothing left to do but keep falling toward the singularity, the center of the black hole, where all the mass is concentrated. Gravity is pulling harder and harder on your body, stretching you out in a process known as spaghettification. You're essentially being turned into a noodle. It sounds like a nightmare, and well, it kind of is. But remember that flashlight you're holding? It's still on, but now you're dealing with something called time dilation. Time doesn't pass normally inside a black hole. From the perspective of someone watching from far away, in the outside universe, time would appear to stop completely as you approach the event horizon. To you, it would feel like you're still falling, but from the outside observer's point of view, you've just frozen in time. But hey, you're still holding your flashlight, right? Well, here's where things get even stranger. As you fall, the intense gravity would bend light in such extreme ways that you may actually see the light from your flashlight curving around you. Imagine looking up and seeing the beam from your flashlight come around in a loop and hit your face. It's like you're inside an infinite mirror. If that's not freaky, I don't know what is. Now, the big question, what happens when you reach the singularity? That point at the very center of the black hole, where the laws of physics as we know them break down. Well, by the time you get there, your flashlight's probably useless. The gravity is so intense that it would crush everything, including the flashlight. Even light itself is no longer able to escape. And if you could somehow look around at the singularity, which is probably impossible, you would see nothing. Absolute nothingness. It's hard to even imagine a place that doesn't contain anything, no light, no matter, just a point of infinite density. What happens to you? You're pulled apart by gravity until you don't even resemble a human anymore. Sorry, I know, it's a bit of a downer. But hey, you went out with a flashlight, so that's something. But here's the most mind-blowing part, you would never actually see yourself fall into the black hole. That's right. The moment you crossed the event horizon, you wouldn't be able to see the outside universe anymore. Instead, the light from the outside would appear to freeze, and as time slows down, you'd appear to an outside observer as if you were frozen at the edge of the event horizon forever. So, in a weird sense, the flashlight doesn't just help you see the black hole, it actually makes you a part of its weird, time-warping existence. You'd never fully experience the fall from your own perspective. It's like you get stuck in the black hole's version of a time loop forever. Fun, right? To sum it all up, if you fell into a black hole with a flashlight, you'd experience some of the most extreme and bizarre phenomena in the universe. Your light would get stretched and bent. You might even see the beam loop around you like a cosmic mirror. But ultimately, you'd be crushed, and your flashlight would be useless as you get spaghettified and pulled into the void. And in the end, from the outside world's perspective, you'd seem to freeze, stuck at the event horizon forever. So, the moral of the story? Don't fall into black holes. And maybe leave your flashlight at home next time. Or just hope you're never in the kind of situation where you're falling into one in the first place. If you enjoyed this deep dive into black holes, pun intended, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Got a what if question you want answered? Drop it in the comments, and who knows, we might explore it in a future video. Until next time, keep wondering, keep learning, and don't forget, space is full of surprises.